bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. $1 billion ass, $1 billion wrist. They already know $1 billion bitch. I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing some color content. We are going to be dyeing a 10-inch 613 bob SweetTart inspired colors. So I got this bucket from Walmart. It was roughly about $5 to $6. I'm sure you can find some that are maybe cheaper if you know that's a little too out of range. So we're just gonna go ahead and fill this bucket again with hot water. We're also gonna add some additional water to it. You always want to make sure that it's enough water in the bucket, pot, or tub, sink, whatever you're using, just to ensure that you can fully submerge the unit. Okay, so now that we've finished filling up the bucket with water, we're just going to talk about a few pieces that I picked up from my local beauty supply store. So this right here is a shampoo spray hose. It just kind of clips onto your faucet. If you don't have like a detachable hose that's already like built in. I know a lot of newer sinks or updated, kitchens have those, but unfortunately I don't have one, so I did have to go pick one up. It was roughly $5, as you saw on the front of the package. So again, that's totally optional if you do decide to grab one. Okay, so here you're going to be watching me fight for my life for just a hot second to get this attached to the sink. I wish I would have tried this before filming just to make sure it was seamless as possible. But again, I want you guys to have like the unedited rough cut version, see everything for what it is. So we'll talk about a few of the dyes here. I got a Adore brand platinum colored dye. I'll tell you what that's for later on. I have a Kiss brand Limelight. It's more of an apple green. It's super cute. I promise the color is fire. We also have a Jade color Adore brand hair dye. We'll use that for the back portion of the hair, and it looks really good on it. We also have another Kiss brand Vivid Violet Purple color. It's kind of like a really deep purple. Then we do have our Atomic Pink. Again, another Kiss brand. Kiss has really great vibrant colors. So another thing that I did pick up is this, again, another Kiss brand item, is this mixing bowl. It's for hair dye. It's very great quality. It's very durable. For less than $3, get you one. I also picked up some of my favorite shampoo. I use this on my natural hair. It's not specifically for wigs or anything like that, but I do treat all of my units just the same as I treat my natural hair. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is this hair that I purchased from actually TikTok Shop. The merchant was Supernova Hair. It is a 10-inch 613 blonde bob wig. The hair was super soft. It literally, like, as I'm running my hands through it, it does not have any shedding at all. And when I tell you, like, I was gripping that hair, like, you can see me gripping that hair, girl. So right here, I'm just going to show you a few extra things that they sent me. A medium brown wig cap. I was actually pretty grateful because I forgot to grab some. Another thing that they did send is this melting band. The elastic in it is pretty strong. It's not like one of those loose bands. It's pretty thick. So right here, we're just going to go ahead and add that Adore brand platinum color to the water, and hear me out. I forgot the purple shampoo, so I have to find a way to kind of tone out that blonde color. So I do already have some on hand, And we're just going to do this also to kind of help mask those blue colors, because sometimes it can get a little streaky with water dye. Okay, so now that we finished mixing the dye into the water, we're just going to go ahead and grab the wig, start dipping the ends. You always want to start with the end, not just going ahead fully submerging or drenching the wig. And please keep in mind to always brush as you go. It helps, you know, minimize tangling and catching knots in the unit. And if you guys watch kind of closely here, you can see the streakiness in the unit that I was referring to earlier. Another reason why we do brush the wig as we go, it does help distribute the product evenly throughout the unit or the bundles, whatever you're dyeing. It does help distribute it evenly. But the streakiness, as you see when you're watercoloring, the dye mainly gets on the outside of the unit, and it does leave streaks of, you know, the blonde or the original color within the unit. And I know you're probably thinking like, girl, that's really dark. Like, that's more than just taking out that blonde tone. I kid you not. Please trust the process. We'll get there. It won't be this dark. I promise it will not be this dark. Trust the process. Okay, thank you so much if you are still watching. So what we're going to be doing in this scene is parting the wig from the back section of what we're going to be dyeing blue and the front section, which will be multicolor. And again, as you can see, like I told you, trust the process. The wig is definitely not as dark gray as when we were dipping it, but again, the gray will not even matter in the long run. So what we're doing right here, we're just taking our brush, bringing all the hair that we just parted off, bringing it to the front, and we're just going to ponytail it or rubber band it, whatever you want to call this. Just tie the hair up, just do it. So the next color that we're going to be using is that Jade color. It's in between like a teal and a turquoise. Get yourself some fresh hot water, once again, enough to submerge the back of the wig in there. Get as much as you can out of that bottle. So now we're just going to go ahead and dye the back of this unit blue. It's that teal turquoise color, Jade of course to be specific. Go ahead, grab the unit by the front of that ponytail that we tied earlier. Dip it in there, get it nice, good submerge going on. But make sure you please pay attention and do not get the blue on the front of the unit, please. And as you look closely here, you can see what that gray did for this blue. So all of that work to get that wig that dark gray, then to rinse all that dark gray out, is very much helpful when it comes to this specific color of the turquoise or teal. As you see, as I'm dyeing it, I've only dipped it twice so far, and they are very short intervals each time I dip it. And do you see how solid that blue is? There's no streaking in there, and that is because we did that gray first. So what we're doing now is we're just going to go ahead and cut the water on, have it about lukewarm. We're just going to rinse that blue out as much as possible, just to make sure that, you know, we're not cross-contaminating the front that is undyed or still that light gray, and the back, which is now that deep teal jade color. So while I'm rinsing, I am noticing like, okay, there is just a little slight patch of streak in here. So I did bring it back over to that same bucket that I've already had. As you can see, you can kind of see it right in the middle of it. I'm just going to dip it just a little bit more. And again, this is just my personal preference. If you're doing this simultaneously as me and you feel that it's good, girl, don't even worry about it. I'm just OCD with this. Okay, so now I feel like we're at a really good color. It's pretty solid. I haven't noticed any additional streaking. I'm just going to go ahead and re-rinse that again, just the same way as I did the first time. Just a simple rinse, no shampoo. So now that we've rinsed out the back and we already have that ponytailed, we're just going to go ahead and focus on the front. I'm going to divide the hair into new sections, starting with the portion closest to the ear. So now that we've retied that top portion back up, we're going to grab that limelight, or what I like to call apple green color, put it in that mixing bowl I told you about earlier. And that same little dye brush that I used to part the front of the hair, take that, swish it around, get it nice and nice and looped up on there. And then go ahead and brush that same limelight apple green color onto the dye. Try not to get it on the unit itself or get too much of it too close to the blue color. Now, as you see, right after I finish with the brushing portion, getting the hair covered and coated, I just take my hands and I just kind of massage the dye in there and twist the hair around just to keep it all together. Okay, so now that we've completed that side, we're just going to do the exact same thing to this side. You're going to want to grab the hair, take the remaining dye that's left over in the bowl, and you're going to want to go ahead and coat the hair the exact same way. Ensure that it is the exact same consistency, or at least try to achieve the exact same color consistency. Don't forget, as you apply the dye, brush it all the way down the side of the hair. Once you've completed that, just double check to make sure that you've grabbed all of the pieces of hair. As you can see, I did leave out just a small slither, but I will collect that later down the timeline of the video. And don't forget to massage the dye in there just to make sure that all of the strands are being covered, coated, and they are looking great, okay? Okay. So now that we've completed the green dye, we are not going to rinse that out just yet. What we're going to do is just re-part the front section. I'm just going to take about another 1.5 inches up the top of the wig. This is the section that we're going to dye purple. So bear with me while I do extensively part for forever. Again, a little OCD, but just bear with me. So once you're finished parting, we're just going to go ahead and tie a little toque back in the top of that head and grab our Vivid Violet, that dark, deep, royal purple color. Dump it in that same mixing bowl, but please rinse out that from the green just to make sure we're not cross-coloring anything. Grab that same little mixing brush or dyeing brush, make sure that's clean as well, and apply that purple to one side, and then we'll swap it over and do the other side next. Again, please remember, go all the way down the shaft of the hair. Try not to get it on the unit or the lace, but ensure that all the hair is covered. Okay, so like I did state earlier, now that we finished that side, we're just going to flip it over, do the exact same thing that we did the first time, ensuring that we're covering all of the roots, going down the shaft of the hair, and massaging the color in with our gloved hands. Please use gloves. I forgot to say this earlier in the video, but please use gloves to prevent your hands and fingernails from getting stained. So now we finished both of the little purple sides. We're gonna go ahead and take that ponytail off. We are finally done with it. Grab that atomic pink, rinse out that mixing bowl and put it in there. Don't forget to rinse out your brush. Now we're gonna go ahead and start applying that pink. No need to do any more parting. Just go ahead, start applying that atomic pink all over the remainder of that gray. Get it in there good because this portion again is pretty thick since we are not parting at it. So make sure that you do take your time. You don't want to get any of the pink on the blue because you will notice that. Okay, so we are officially done dyeing this unit. Yay! Go ahead, rinse out the front of the wig, the purple, green, and pink, and wash the entire unit really well with that shampoo I showed you earlier. Okay, look at her. She is very much giving SweetTart. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you stuck around to the end of this video, thank you so much. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and even please turn on those post notifications. You will get a notification every time I post. Thank you. Love you guys so much. Mwah. Bye.